everyone. Thank you for visiting Donna's Happy Hour. Quick reminder, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications, and comment as well, and hope you come back soon. Thank you. Hello everyone. Welcome to Donna's Happy Hour. I have a great lineup tonight. I have Loretta and Gary Hagen, who will be doing some of their original music. They have been singing together since they were in their teens, and their voices just blend beautifully, so I know you're just really going to find them delightful to hear. I also have Erwin Benzee here. He's going to be talking about the hot dog tour that they're going to be going on in New Jersey. They hit, I believe, 5 or 6 hot dog joints. So anyway, grab your drink, whatever it may be, because I'm hoping you'll spend the next hour with me.
Hey now, better get moving. Safe ground is headed for when we've done Mother Earth wrong. If not for each other, fix her so our children live on under the sun. Change is hard when we're spoiled, and money when there's wars. If only we could all be loyal to this world of ours, this world of ours, this world of ours, this world of ours. Each soul on this planet is equal and matters. One spark is part of the flame, and it burns brighter and bigger when we're working together. We are part of this land. Change is hard when we're spoiled, and money when there's wars. If only we could all be loyal to this world of ours, this world of ours, this world of ours, this world of ours. Free rivers, tall trees, clean air to breathe. These treasures should be our gifts to this world of ours, 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 this world of ours. Hey now, better get moving. Safe ground is headed for
And I have to tell you, you are really in for a treat, because Loretta, I really love the tone of your voice, and actually, Gary, you're a perfect compliment. No,
Thank you so
truly,
much.
truly. I mean, you know, there's voices that are very soothing, and that's the two of you combined are a very soothing type of music. And I was wondering, like, how many years have you been singing together?
Oh, a long time.
A long time.
Many years. So it's been, really has been many years, about 30 or so years.
Since what, 70,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
77, something like that?
we've known
That's
each
a
other
long
since we were kids.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, and they are married.
Yep.
Actually,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
My parents and his parents were friends, and we grew up in Rutherford, New Jersey.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
And lived, I guess, how many blocks maybe from each other?
Like 1.5.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So our parents used to hang out, and when he was 5, my mother used to tell me when he was 5, he's older than me. When he was 5,
How
he
cute.
used to run around my parents' house.
Right. Oh,
right?
my
And
goodness.
you don't remember that.
No.
You're 5.
Yeah.
Now, did you have brothers that he was friends
Yes,
with? Is
he
that
was-
how?
Her brother.
Yes.
Her brother.
I was,
Okay.
Yeah, best
Okay.
friends with him growing up.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my
we've
goodness.
known each other for a long
Oh,
time.
that's yeah, that is a long time.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, no wonder your voices blend so beautifully. You should hope after that many years that they do. But you do a really beautiful job,
thank you
really.
so
And
much.
and your
Thank you.
songwriting now, I want them to know that everything that they're going to hear is original music as well, which is amazing in and of itself too. I did want to ask, who was like your influence, like singer wise?
Well, I've had many, but growing up when I did, and my generation of singer-songwriters,
Singers.
I think most of us have come from the Joni Mitchell era.
Right.
And of course I thought she was amazing.
And she is
Yeah.
absolutely.
But I've had many, Joni Mitchell, one of my, and James Taylor.
Right.
I loved him too, still do. I actually got to see him recently in concert with Bonnie Raitt, who was another big
Oh my
influence.
goodness, did you? Wow,
Yeah.
what a great concert
Oh, it was
that
great.
must have
It was
been.
great.
Wow.
Carla Bonoff is a big
It's a big
influence on me.
Okay.
Very big influence. Who else? So many.
Well, now I can tell you whether or not anybody else has ever told you, but I thought you had a tone, and in some of your songs you almost sound a little country. And Patsy Cline,
That's
who
very sweet.
was another amazing artist, but and I don't know if it, I don't know why, but I did, and of course I kind of got the Joni Mitchell, and I was trying to think of anybody else that kind of, because obviously you have your own style, and it's a beautiful style. So really, I when I was trying to figure out, like, narrowing down, like, how many songs you would do tonight, it was really tough because I really liked all of them.
So nice, thank you.
So I'm looking forward. You said you're working on another CD?
Yeah, slowly. We'll get there eventually,
Right,
but yeah,
right,
I'm still
right.
writing it. So
Oh, that's great. Well, I'm looking
there
forward
yet.
to hearing that
Thank
because
you.
I really did enjoy it. So as far as, like, Gary now, what age would you say that you started playing the music together? How old were you? Was it high school?
It was actually after high school.
He's counting on
Yeah,
his
I'm trying to
fingers.
count. Probably, I don't know, 20s.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
20s, yeah, I would
Yeah.
think the
Okay,
20s.
so it wasn't
Maybe-
like 14, 15. I was thinking maybe you started.
No, although
Okay.
you were, I remember 14 and 15. She was like this little squeaky thing, singing all squeaky.
Oh, you're
I had a
Squeaky
very high
voice.
voice when I was a
And,
teenager.
and I actually have a
really?
cassette of her brother sings also.
Oh, really?
And
Oh.
we were in the basement, I don't know, years ago, and we're singing this song. Nikki's singing it, her brother, and she's singing backup with me, and it's this this real squeaky
Really?
voice. But then she went to singing lessons,
Oh, you did? Okay.
and
I was 12.
it was like a transformation from this squeaky high voice to what she pretty much
Wow.
has now.
And yeah, they're not going to believe it because trust me, it's not squeaky at all.
No, not now.
Wow.
I'm just saying it was amazing how the
Wow.
transformation happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, when did you start playing guitar, an instrument?
well, in
How
high
old
school.
were you?
Probably 72. probably 68, 69.
Okay. And you
Started
were
playing.
self-taught?
Yes and no. I went
Okay.
to lessons, but most of it was self-taught. You know, putting the needle on the album, and
Right.
learning
right.
this. You know,
Right.
yeah. And I played with her brother. The first time we ever played out, he played the accordion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
oh,
played Renata
really?
and all those in the
Oh,
mood,
wow.
and everything else. Yeah.
What a
Okay.
trip.
With polkas and everything else.
Oh,
So here
wow.
we are. You know, we were young. We were probably 15, 16,
Uh-huh.
maybe even younger, playing little parties like
That's
you know.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And then she started writing after her voice came into voice.
Okay.
She started writing, and then she saved up and bought herself a TAC 4-track tape recorder,
Okay.
which was like an amazing thing at the time. you know.
Right.
And a mixing board. She saved up and got
Wow.
it. And then we started recording songs
In
Mhm.
my room.
in her room.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, when did you start to play guitar?
I started when I was 9. I took lessons.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
my father was a musician too.
Oh.
He played the accordion and he actually played the bugle in the Air Force, but he was
Oh,
playing
neat.
taps and someone backed into him and hit him and loosened his
No
front
kidding.
teeth, so his
That was
yeah.
over. Okay.
was over.
Exactly, it
Wow.
was out. He actually did play though. I think he played sax and he played other horn instruments in big bands and all, you know, before I was born,
Right.
obviously. So he always encouraged us, my brother and I.
right.
He really, you know, as soon as he saw that we had an interest in music, he jumped on it.
You jumped on it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really wonderful.
So we took lessons. My brother and I took lessons. I was 9. My brother took accordion. I had to be the rebel and I had to play the guitar because I really loved the instrument. And while my father would wait for us, he wound up taking lessons again too
Oh,
because
you're
he
kidding.
figured why
Might
not?
as well, right?
Yeah,
Oh my
so-
goodness, yeah, utilize the time well.
Yeah.
That was great. Well, you know, I always like to know where people, you know, get their musical talent from. It is amazing. As a matter of fact, I have a girlfriend whose daughter taught herself how to play the piano at the age of 2.
Oh,
Taught herself how to
Wow.
read sheet music
Oh my God.
at that age.
That's amazing.
And yeah, I mean,
Wow.
and one day I'm on the phone with her. Now, she was probably 4.
Yeah.
And I hear somebody in the background playing the piano, which with both hands. I knew both hands. It was a song from The Lion King.
Oh boy.
And I'm like, I know it's not my girlfriend because she's on the phone. And I knew it wasn't her husband. And, you know, I knew he played guitar, but he didn't play the piano. That only left one other person in the house. And she said she taught herself.
That's
And
amazing.
I was like, wow. Now I have to tell you, her songwriting is out of this world.
Wow, that's
And
great.
and then when she hit kindergarten, the teacher actually called my girlfriend and said, the kids in the class are telling me that your daughter is teaching them how to read. Does she know how to read?
Oh.
And she said, yes, she
Yeah.
does. When they tested her, she was a 5th grade reading level.
Oh,
that's
boy.
amazing.
So yeah, so you know, but it is amazing how, you know, talent is, you know, comes in all forms and all ages, you know, and I really get amazed at people that tell me, you know, I started late in life, and then you see where they got to so fast, you know. To me, you know, which I believe that obviously being a musician or being an artist that can paint is hereditary. You know, that sort of thing I think has been proven through, you know, that it is hereditary. And I always wanted to play an instrument, you know, but my thing was dancing, so I did dancing for
Nice.
many
Oh,
years.
that's
Yeah,
nice.
so yeah.
Great. That's
But
great.
yeah, no, you know,
Yeah.
I did something as you do, as what you love,
Mhm.
you know, which is so important.
Sure it is.
And that reflects in a lot of your songwriting as to the happiness in your life. You know, I see that you reflect a lot about what's going on in your life, which we do, which I guess a lot of artists, that's what they draw upon is an incident that happened, and you know. Now, do you co-write? Like,
no, she does pretty much it all, but
she does. Okay.
sometimes I'll help arrange.
Okay.
But most of it, even in the arranging, it's mainly her. It's mainly she
her.
has it in her head what she wants.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you go into the studio, now do you go to an actual recording studio? Because I know you said that he does all the
We do it
mixing and
ourselves.
everything yourself.
I have a little recording studio at home.
Oh, you do? Okay.
That we use. Yeah.
Wow.
I always did. Always had something. You know.
Well, the sound is fantastic. I have to tell you, I can't wait for them to hear you because really, and I'm sure Clay must have, you know, you met Clay. Clay is my co-producer here, and he didn't get to really hear you the day that we first met you. He was busy working, and I'm yakking as usual. But I love what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So,
Thanks so much.
love to have you back anytime.
Love to
When
be back, yeah.
you know, how long do you think it'll be before you have your next CD?
I'm not sure yet. Like I said, I'm still in the middle of writing, so it's not even halfway.
Okay. And that's another question. How long does it take to make a CD of, let's say, 12 songs is it usually?
We're laughing because with us it's probably much longer than most people, only because well, first of all, if it's someone else that's recording with him, of course they're going to come first. It's just like any, you know, my father was a mechanic, he had a business, he had a shop,
That's
and of course our cars got
the
brought in
last,
last, you know, and it's the same with us.
right.
So between his other clients and his regular work schedule, we have to really try to, you know, fit it in. So it took us a lot longer than it should have. But
Okay. Well, life gets in. You know,
it
you
gets
have
in
to,
the way.
Right,
That's
it
what
does.
we
It
say.
does. You know,
it does. So, but I think probably, I don't know,
couple of years. Would you say?
I'm thinking next year sometime.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
I would think.
Okay,
Probably
okay.
next year.
Great. Well, I'm looking forward to it. And how about as far as gigs? Do you have anything coming up where that you're going to be at?
We do. I think this is going to air after
Okay, after you're coming up.
But what's coming up after this airs is the Huntington Folk Festival, which is in Huntington, Long Island.
Oh wow!
It's all afternoon of all singer-songwriters.
Oh really?
Yeah,
oh wow!
So that'll be fun.
Wow, that's a big one.
I'm sorry to use my
No,
phone.
no. I do that all the time. Don't worry.
And then also in September we'll be at a place called the Campbell in Campbell Hall, New York. It's
well,
it's
he knows
Noble Roasters, Noble Coffee Roasters.
Barry.
We'll be there.
Oh, neat.
Music
Oh,
for
wow.
Humanity with our good friends Ed Seifert and the Stimulus Package. They're great. So maybe
Oh,
if you check them out.
I would love to.
And I think we're kind of booked now at the Way Wayanda festival that they're just putting it together.
Yes,
so
yes,
we're
yes,
just
they
hearing,
are.
You know,
Yeah.
we just made kind of that.
Yes, that's going to be
September
quite. That's
13th.
supposed to be
September
13th,
Yeah.
14th, and 15th.
Yes.
Now, yeah, and they will be announcing that. That's a big festival.
Yeah.
That's going to be at Way Yonda.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a 3-day event.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
that's
we'll be there on Friday
oh
night.
fantastic!
Friday night. And
oh.
so will our friends Ed Seifert and the Stimulus Package.
Oh
So
wow,
happy.
wonderful. Well, I planned on going, so
Oh,
you
good.
know, yeah. I don't know if I'll do the 3 days. We'll
and
see.
we actually live very close by. We're in West Milford, which is
Right. That is, yeah. That's
right
a
up, we're down the mountain.
yes, hop, skip, and a jump
Yeah.
for you. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
okay.
wonderful.
And then in October, we're in Rochester, New York, in a place called Cafe Veritas, which is a really, really great venue
Really
for
nice
songwriters.
venue.
Yeah, and, just go to the website.
Okay, so yeah, do you know? So if anyone hears you tonight and they say, you know what, I want to get a hold of them.
You could
Where-
just go to LorettaHagen.com.
LorettaHagen.com.
Yeah,
Okay.
And if
Okay.
they're interested in CDs, we usually we do sell them, of course, at the shows, but we mainly sell on CDBaby.com.
Okay.
If they're interested, you just type
Okay.
in Loretta Hagen and you'll find a few on
And
there.
you'll find it. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you're going to be having people looking you up because, as I said, I just think that the duo here is really, really good.
Thank you so
And
much.
thank you again for coming on. And well, we'll let you get to work. And
Okay.
not that it's work for them. Trust me, this is. But anyway, thank you again.
Well, thank you for
Donna.
having us.
You're
Thanks for
welcome.
having us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. You're the best. I hope my Sundays haven't gone by. I've had some plans laid out for my life. You can't hurry a dream, still on the way. planet, I'd brush my hair down, wait for that genie to appear. One wish be granted, I would ask of him to make our days happier. I'd chase down a bright star falling from heaven above. If it changed my love. A four-leaf clover soft over my shoulder, a little prayer whispered aloud for all of those summers, yes, even this one, who could use some help. Where are the rainbows when I need one to wish upon? While the rain is gone. Every day I put on my shoes and I start my car. Takes me down the same old route to the parking lot where I work my day. But I feel incomplete. Gotta make a change. Gotta start at my feet. Through mud and stone, I'll fill the well that's been from a dry spell where fresh water flows from the ground below. I'll draw it up through mud and stone. People can't live for making money alone. We all gotta feed our hearts and the fire in our souls. Take a drive down a country road, breathe the air and the wind. There's so much more here that we can drink in. Through mud and stone, I'll fill the well that's been from a dry spell where fresh water flows from the ground below. I'll draw it up through mud and stone. The sun lights the day and the moon takes its place. Seasons fade for a change of pace. Through mud and stone, I'll fill the well that's been low from a dry spell where fresh water flows from the ground below. I'll draw it up through mud and stone. I'll draw it up through mud and
Hello, everyone. I'd like to introduce you to Erwin Benzee Benz. I don't know if you're familiar with Benzee. I call him Benzee, but he was actually the co-host prior to my being the co-host on the Carl Richards show. And so, Benzee, tell me a little bit what you've been up to.
Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, that was a pleasure. I was on the Keeping Country Strong with Carl
Right.
for about 5.5, 6 years, and then you took over
Yes.
as co-host, and that was great. And it just got so time-consuming,
Right.
being involved with the kids' activities, etc. And right now, I'm heavily involved in a Facebook group called Hot Dog Nation,
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
one of the co-administrators, and we run a hot dog tour every year.
Oh,
And this year is the 16th annual New Jersey Hot Dog Tour.
wow. Okay. And so now the hot dog tour is in New York or New Jersey?
We,
is
we
where-
actually depart from up here in Middletown,
Okay.
New York, and we pick up in Harriman. And then we go to New Jersey, and
Okay.
the first stop's in Union, New Jersey.
Wow.
And we tour around New Jersey and eat hot dogs all day. And it's more of an experience now. We've been
Right.
doing it. This is the 16th year.
Oh my goodness.
And a lot of people will just have maybe half a dog or one dog at a stop. Some people eat 2 or 3 at each stop.
Okay.
And it's just become such a big event. There was actually a website in New Jersey that named us one of the 5 must-do events in New Jersey
Oh, neat.
this summer.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
we moved
Wow.
it to August 24th.
Okay.
And in every other year, it's been in September or October. It's been in the fall.
All right.
But since we moved it to August, they named us one of the top 5 must-do events.
Interesting.
It really is.
Wow.
It's amazing,
And
really.
how many places do you visit?
We go to
Okay.
six different stops,
Wow.
including the place that we start at in Union,
Okay.
which is Galloping Hill Inn, it's called.
Okay. And how many hot dogs would you say like each person eats at each place?
You
Or
know,
that varies.
It varies because we have 2 motor coaches and 100 people. So some people will some people will chow down 2 or 3 hot dogs at each stop. So but over the course of 6 hours,
Okay.
it's taken us 6 hours to do the tour each year.
Right.
You're 18 hot dogs in 6 hours. It's not being done in like 10 minutes,
No, but that's
like
still a lot of hot dogs. yeah.
on the 4th of July, what they do.
Right. And that's with fixings on them. I'm
Yes.
going to guess it's not just
Yes.
a plain hot dog on a roll.
Not too many people have just a plain hot dog, at least with the mustard or a Texas wiener with the onions, mustard, and chili.
Right.
So, there's a lot of toppings involved. And then there's other people that might pick 2 or 3 places to have a hot dog
Okay.
and not eat at the others. There's no requirement that says you have to eat a certain amount of hot dogs at each place.
Okay.
It's not an eating contest. It's,
Right. It's just, an
it's
experience.
It's an experience, a day out
Interesting.
that we do once a year, and probably 50% of the people go every year.
Wow.
So it's almost like a family reunion
right.
that
Right.
you
right.
see everyone once a year.
I'm going to guess these are people that really like hot dogs.
They do. They like a lot of. There are a few people that like the history of each place.
Right.
A lot of these
okay.
places have been around since the 1930s, 1940s,
Oh, see,
and
that's
just like the
neat.
history of it.
Right.
And some people will end up talking to the owners,
Mm-hmm.
just asking questions and learning about each place,
Right.
and then get back on the bus, and it's like, oh, I forgot to have a hot dog.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, because they're enjoying talking. And
They're enjoying
You're
it,
right.
yeah.
That's true because there is a lot of history, behind a lot of the
There
places,
are.
especially if they're family run, which is really.
And some of these places are in, like on side streets in old neighborhoods.
Right.
And when you're trying to bring 2 motor coaches
Not
into
easy.
these streets, it's very difficult. So what we do is myself and John Fox, who runs the Facebook group and the
Okay.
tour with me, we'll do a dry run,
Right.
and we'll just do a dry run one day to make sure with our minivan, make sure that the directions we're taking, there aren't any low-lying bridges
Right.
where a bus
yeah.
can't get under, a motor coach.
That's true. Right.
And just to make sure that everything, and then when we pull up to a place, where are we going to park these 2
right.
motor coaches?
Right. Yeah. Because
So
that's.
we get all the logistics taken care of out of the way before
Well,
we
that
start.
makes sense because I'm going to guess that not everybody on the tour is young, so you don't want to make them walk several blocks to get to the
I believe it's funny that you mention that because I believe 57 to 58% of the members are between the ages of 55 and 64
Okay.
in Hot Dog Nation. Believe it or not.
Okay. Wow.
Because
wow.
as the
Right.
administrator, we can check where everybody's from,
Right.
the ages, male or female, which is pretty 50-50 actually.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And so that's that you
Yeah.
mentioned that. So we
Yeah.
try to get the motor. We don't want to park 5 blocks away
Right. Right.
and have to walk and walk back.
Exactly.
That's not going to
No,
happen.
That's not going to work.
If we can't get close, the place might not be on the tour.
Right.
We just won't go there.
Yeah, I was
We'll
going to say
pick a
it
different
makes,
place.
makes sense that you would.
But a lot of the big places have their own parking lots. So.
Do they really? Wow.
And
that's great.
they'll cordon off a place. There's 2 places in Elizabeth, New Jersey, that they actually closed off the streets for us.
Oh,
and they
wow.
had cones up. They had the law enforcement
That's wonderful.
assigned, and waved us in, and we parked the buses right on the side
Oh,
street.
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, I gather now a place like that you've been to before.
That's right.
In the and so they're familiar.
Yeah,
with,
you try to make connections with the owners,
right.
and the city or the village or the town that it's in. We've had one year, I believe it was Passaic County. They named it National Hot Dog Nation Day, and the supervisor of the county came and gave us a proclamation.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, Hot Dog
Oh,
Nation
my
Day,
gosh.
and we've had mayors show up at certain stops.
That is fantastic.
And just because it's great publicity for the stop. We're bringing 100 people
right
into these towns,
into these areas,
into
right?
these
That
areas
wouldn't normally be
for the
right.
day, and it's great publicity. And
Right.
we've been in different publications, pretty much every publication
Wow.
in New York and New Jersey, and even Philadelphia,
Unbelievable.
where we've had reviewers and reporters come and do stories on us.
Oh, how fantastic.
If you just put Hot Dog Nation in on Facebook or the annual New Jersey Hot Dog Tour, these stories will all come up.
Oh, wow.
Or just Google it, or
Now, how did you get involved in this?
Back in 2003, there was a website that had forums, food forums.
Okay.
And a lot of us were on there. That's before Facebook, before MySpace, before all that stuff.
Oh, wow.
It was just dial-up internet, and you'd go on there and talk. And there was a section on hamburgers, section on hot dogs. People would just start talking about hot dogs.
No.
And most of the people seemed to be from New York and New Jersey.
Right.
Somebody suggested getting all together and going to like 6 or 7 different places.
Right.
And the first year was just cars. We had about 6 or 7 cars. One of the stops was on a highway.
Okay.
And you had to take a highway to get to it. We lost half the people.
Oh, geez.
So I had run different. I've been running different trips since like 1998 for the different groups, nonprofits.
Right.
So they asked me, what would it take to get a
put
bus?
this together,
Yeah,
okay.
a motor coach. Wouldn't take much. We just figure out what it costs, and then divide the number by the amount of people, and that's it. And that's how it's been every year.
Wow.
And the following year, we got a school bus,
Right.
air-conditioned school bus.
Oh, neat.
Then we went up to 2 air-conditioned school buses, and then we went to 1 motor coach, and now we're up to 2 deluxe motor coaches
That's
with
something.
bathrooms, video screens.
Oh, my goodness.
yeah.
Wow. Well, I remember when I went on the casino run, that you did. And I actually want to go back on that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we run a couple of those every year.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. The one thing I do want to mention is this starts at what time do the people have to board?
If you're from Orange County or the Hudson Valley, Port Jervis, Deer Park area, or Sullivan, Rockland, Middletown, New York, we get on board at 10 a.m.
Okay.
We'll leave from Middletown, from one of the shopping centers, and then we'll pick up at Harriman Park and Ride, the train station parking lot, right off the highway, about 10:30, and then we'll get to Union, New Jersey, Galloping Hill Inn about 11:30ish,
Okay.
11:45. Everybody will get off, enjoy. People start getting there at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
But by the time we get there, there's probably 75, 80 people there, and probably about 20, 25 people are on the buses from up here.
Right.
Most of the people meet us down there,
Oh, wow.
and it's just a big event. And we had a band there one time playing New York,
Oh,
and
my goodness. Oh, how
celebrities
funny.
have stopped
Oh, my
by,
gosh.
and it's really something wild. And we're back up here by the latest 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So it's a nice
full
day.
day.
It's a full day. It's a
So
full
be
day.
prepared. It's a full day. Wow.
Yeah, and there are seats available.
Okay.
So,
All right.
you know.
All right. And so they would go on national.
If you want to, you can go on Hot Dog Nation Facebook page, or I have no problem giving out to sell if you want. It's 845-234-5323, and Erwin Benzee Benz on Facebook as well. It's just grown into everything. Post anything about hot dogs,
Wow.
and there's probably 50, 60 posts a day.
What?
You'd
It's
be amazed.
mind-boggling.
You'd
You
be
must be
amazed.
going.
We have people overseas in Switzerland and Germany showing places that serve hot dogs and describing the style of the hot dog, describing their experience.
Wow, wow.
And it's just amazing.
It
It's like
is
we say, it's
amazing.
truly an international group.
Yeah, it really is.
Because,
That's fantastic, though. And I'm sure you never ever thought in your wildest dreams that it was gonna.
I thought we would have like a couple hundred members and just everybody talk about, let's meet up at such and such a place,
Right.
on a Saturday sometime. That's what I thought it would be.
That is something.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there were owners of businesses that joined the group and asked questions for ideas
Right.
on how to improve their business.
Wow.
And we've had owners of hot dog places from other parts of the country fly in, but tourists, people do it also,
Right.
and they'll let us know, I'm here to visit different places, different styles of hot dogs to get ideas.
Wow.
And they'll fly in on a business trip.
Jeez.
They'll tell us what they're doing,
Right.
but we
Right.
we don't tell anybody else. They're just they're guests.
Right.
They're
Right.
like everyone else.
Right. Exactly.
But that's why they're doing it,
But
to
that's
get
why they're doing it,
ideas.
to get ideas.
Because other parts of the country do not have certain brands
Right.
and certain styles
Right.
that we have in
Right,
New
so
York and New
they're like-
Jersey. So
yeah,
they're looking for
that's
something
something
different
To give to their their
to
clientele.
give their business
Right.
a boost.
Absolutely. Smart idea, actually.
It is.
Yeah.
So if there's any businesses that want to come with us, feel free.
Right,
Everybody's welcome.
Right. So it's always going to be a different. Every year, it's pretty
Every
much
year,
different stops.
Galloping Hill Inn is the first stop, and then we'll keep maybe one place on,
Okay.
depending.
Right.
A lot of times there's requests. Can we go there again? Can we go there again? And then we'll maybe bring one popular place back that was on maybe like 5-6 years ago.
Okay, that's
and every
smart, yeah.
other place is new.
Wow. Okay.
So.
And so most of the places obviously are very good, because if you're bringing back a place that was on 5 years ago, most places, if they're not good, they're not going to be there 5 years.
My partner
later.
John Fox has been on Travel Channel, Food Network. We
wow.
call him New Jersey's foremost authority on hot dogs.
Oh.
He'll check these places out. He'll check these places out.
Wow.
And I'll say, oh, that sounds like a great place, and he'll say, no, we're not going there.
Oh.
And because he's tasted,
Right,
certain
right.
places, and there are
Right.
places that that are always getting a hold of us that want to be on the tour for the publicity.
Wow.
And if they're not up to par,
You're not
quality
going.
wise, we're not going. That's it.
That's great. That's great.
I hate to say
Well,
it, but
you have to do that, because otherwise nobody's going to go on your tour.
Exactly.
If you keep taking them to lousy places.
Exactly.
And
there are so many great places in New Jersey, really the hot dog capital
Right.
of the world, really.
Right.
That you can go to 6 different places for 15 years,
Right.
and now the 16th year, and almost 5 out of the 6 or 4 out of the 6 are new every year.
Right. Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
we have a blast.
Great. That's great. I never thought about doing that, but I might have to.
When we
check
end up
that out.
when they do a story in one of the publications, and then my contact information is on there, and then people will text me or email me or call, and they'll explain, what is this all about. So
Right.
each person, I actually have to spend like 5 minutes explaining what it's about.
Right.
And we've had competitive eaters, call me up
Right.
saying they want to get on board. I can eat 32 hot dogs or whatever, and I'm like, no, this is not what it's about.
Right.
It's not
This
about
isn't
how
many hot dogs you can
No,
eat. Right.
it's about enjoying each place,
Right.
trying different brands, different quality hot dogs, and it's not about eating 20 or 30 hot
Right,
dogs. That's
yeah.
not what this is about.
Right.
I mean, maybe there are other events
Right.
that they do that.
Which I'm sure there probably
Yeah.
are. Right.
But this is enjoying the history of the places, like I say, the experience.
Right.
That I say everybody should try at least once. Go
Yeah,
on this.
no, it does. It sounds like a great tour. I may have to.
You're welcome to join
Yeah,
us.
I do like hot dogs.
And you don't have to. Now, here's the other thing. A lot of these places serve things other than hot dogs.
Right. I'm sure they do.
One
Yeah.
of the places we're going to, the Fanwood Grill, they serve great soups. So
Okay.
people might skip or have a hot dog and a soup.
Right.
There's another place
Right.
that's a deli
Right.
that they have great pastrami sandwiches.
Right.
So people might get a pastrami sandwich to go.
Right.
A lot of
because
people
they want to experience
exactly.
what particular
And
place.
people
is
bring their own
popular.
coolers, so they'll get
Oh, wow.
they'll get stuff to go,
Oh, wow.
pack it, and then have something the next day,
Oh,
or have
my
something when they
gosh.
get home at night.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. So these people are seasoned.
We've had attendees from 36 states and 6 countries,
Wow.
as far away as Ireland and England. Now, if Germany's further, I'm not.
Right.
Germany, Ireland, and England, so they're pretty. All three are pretty
Right.
close to each other.
Right.
And the 3 ladies from Ireland wanted to know a year in advance. We hadn't. It was before 2 years ago's tour
Right.
that we hadn't planned the following year,
Right.
and they wanted to know because they were setting up their vacation to New York, and they wanted to go on a tour. They wanted to go the week that we were
Wow.
running the tour.
They wanted to be.
So we actually had to plan it. We set it up
Wow.
before we were even on the 2 year ago tour.
Right. So they're planning their vacation
Around.
Yeah.
It was great.
Wow.
And
That
then-
is great.
Yeah, we've had from the United States, the furthest is California. Terry and Mo from San Francisco, California.
Oh my
They've
goodness.
come on about 4 or 5 different tours.
Really?
And they're world travelers. They've been everywhere.
Wow, so that tells you that you guys are doing a good job.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, to get these people coming back more than once, obviously.
We have a lot
you're
of
doing something
of
right.
people that fly in.
Yeah.
They fly into Newark,
Wow.
and they'll get a rent a car.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll just fly in for the weekend. It's not even, they're just coming up,
Coming
coming for the tour.
event.
Yeah,
Wow, that's amazing.
yeah. I say it's crazy myself
It
to think
is
about.
crazy.
But that's why that's a reason we have to make it what it is.
Right.
The quality.
Right.
Because
Yes.
every place
yes.
has to be good because we have people flying in from California for this.
Right. You're
You
right.
you have to make it a good experience.
Right. Or they're not going to come back.
Exactly.
And then you won't have to worry about any of this.
Exactly.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so interesting. And now, what else are you doing with yourself? Because I haven't seen you in a while.
Well, I'm involved in a lot with the kids' activities.
I see that. Yeah.
I'm coaching Little League in the spring and the fall,
Wow.
basketball in the summer and the winter, and I'm still running the Cub Scouts.
Yes, I saw.
Pack
I know
41 in Pine Bush. Hello, everyone. We have a lot of fans that watch the shows
Oh, no kidding. Oh.
on Spectrum
Oh, really? Oh, that's
over
fantastic.
in the Pine Bush
Okay.
area.
Oh, great.
And whenever an older show will pop up that we were on,
Right.
I'll get an email or I'll get a text that says you're on TV. I was just flipping the channels. I'll say what?
Ah.
Okay.
We'll just let them know that they can watch it on Sunday at 7 p.m.
Okay.
It's Donna's Happy Hour that they're going to watch. And on Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
All right.
Okay.
And that's Access 23.
Access 23,
All
right. And then, of course, if they live in Port, which, it's Tuesday nights
All right.
at 8 p.m. is when we
Yeah, and it's funny because we ran one year. We did have a Hudson Valley hot dog tour, and we did come to Port Jervis
Oh,
three
okay.
years ago.
Oh, did you? Okay.
And Texas Lunch was a big hit. That was
Texas.
right
Okay.
down the block.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't been there. I'm going to have to go, though.
It's a popular among Port Jervis and town of Deer Park with their sauce. It's
Really?
Yeah, it's a light sauce,
Oh.
and I guess it's been the same sauce for like 30, 40 years.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And it was a big hit with the Hudson Valley tour. We ran it one year.
Interesting.
We started in Middletown, went over to Newburgh, and came back through to Port Jervis.
Oh,
and,
wow.
and it was a big hit, but it's a lot of work setting these up.
I would imagine it is.
So
yeah.
right now we're sticking with the New Jersey. We'll do another Hudson Valley hot dog tour
Right.
soon.
Yeah, but-
hopefully in the
you're
next
right.
couple of years. There's a lot of places up here that we only
Right.
went to 6 places,
Right.
but there's a Kingston, Saugerties. There's a couple of places that we can
But
go.
you're
to.
right. I mean, in New Jersey, when you think about, because a lot of the towns are so close
So-
together,
yeah.
so you have a lot more.
And the population is so
Right.
close together.
Right. Yeah.
Up
so
here, it was like it's dry. You're going a half hour.
well, that's
to
it.
the next
that's
place.
right, and that you can't really, when you're trying to keep people's interests. Oh, well, that's great, Benzee. And again, I want to thank you. Please, anytime, just give me a holler, and we'll.
Oh, thanks for having me, and everybody out in TV land. It's been great.
It's been great. All right. Well, I guess we'll say good night, everyone.
Good night.